I just want to say that for the rest of that vacation, Will was treated like a little prince. Bob and I put in what I am absolutely certain is the most well-behaved week of our entire lives. I just have a story that, to me, just captures how much all of us who have been blessed to have this woman as our mother, grandmother, aunt, cousin, neighbor, friend, know. And I thought of it when I used to work in a bookstore, and we used to sell all kinds of copies of this little book, Everything I Needed to Know I Learned in Kindergarten. And I just thought, everything I needed to know I learned on Fifth Street. And my story is about an earlier vacation in the Black Hills, which is a place that I absolutely love to go. It was a place we went a number of times, and I remember I just could not wait to get there. For whatever reason, Dad decided to stop in Phillip, South Dakota, for the first night. I suspect it might have been because there were too many squirming bodies in the back seat for Dad to take it anymore. Or knowing Dad, he might have known that motels would be cheaper in Phillip than they were going to be in Rapid City. Or being a small-town businessman himself, he might have liked to support other small-town businessmen. It's probably some of all those three. But anyway, I'll tell you that the motel in Phillip, South Dakota has gotten 5 stars in no travel brochure ever. And so our first night began like a lot of first nights on the road with Mom, with the smell of Lysol. Mom could have been a one-woman marketing campaign for Lysol, sort of a flow for the 50s. But I remember nothing else of that night or the next morning. I remember very little, in fact, of that entire vacation, except for the fact that I was obnoxiously anxious to get to the Black Hills. And while the rest of us were out pacing around our 48 Chrysler, we were being held up because Mom was still in that motel room cleaning. The bathroom was spick and span, sink, mirror, stool. Air was aerosol fresh, the tub had been wiped down, towels were in a pile in the corner very neatly. I decided I was going to hurry things along a little bit, so I went back into the motel. And impertinent little twit that I was, I looked up at her stripping the bed, and I said, "Mom, you know they pay people to do that." And without breaking her bed-stripping stride, she said, "And those women work very hard and get paid very little, and we should make their lives easier, not harder." I went on in later years to study a lot of ethics and moral theology, and I remember not a single word out of a single one of those lectures. And it was probably because I had heard the only words I would ever need to hear about those subjects from Mona Englert. And we are eternally grateful for that.